Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach. I want to welcome you to our commissioners meeting for September the 4th. It's hard to believe that we're already into the month of September, and Thanksgiving and Christmas are right around the corner. Don't mention it? Okay. Well, I just did. We are both in person and also broadcasting via Microsoft Teams Town Hall. BCTV is also broadcasting the program live. We'll begin with a moment of silence, followed by a pledge to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I recognize my executive assistant, Veronica Lepore, to read the public comment notice.
Good morning. Thank you. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Veronica. Are there any additions or corrections to the August 28th meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We did have an executive session yesterday, the 3rd of September, dealing with personnel. No public comment on specific agenda items in person or online. And so we'll move right to our first item, our presentation from the Reading Area Community College. And we are fortunate to have two of the key leaders, I'm going to say the key leader, Dr. Susan Looney, and her sidekick, Mr. Tony DeMarco, Eagles fan, Phillies fan, probably a lot of others, but two of us really share the Phillies, Eagles, and a little bit of Phillies frustration with Aaron Nola's performance last night, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Reading Area Community College. So we'll go to Tony first.
I heard that's the spot.
That's the spot.
I've been recommended.
Jesse said that's the spot. Follow Jesse's advice.
Hi, can you hear me? Do I even need a mic?
You will for the broadcast.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, once again, thank you so much, Commissioner, all the commissioners, Chairman Leinbach, for having us here. And let me start by making it clear, our success is in partnership with the county commissioners. Your sponsorship is a big part of the great success that we're having at RAC. We are so grateful to all that you do and your constant advocacy for what we are in the community. So my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the college. The Foundation for RAC, I believe, I could think we can make an argument, is the most important nonprofit organization in the region. We fund, and I'm just going to get right to the numbers. We funded, and this is crazy, 1,787 scholarships to 1,489 students last year. We distributed almost $1.9 million. Our endowment has reached a point where it's one of the largest endowments of community colleges in the Commonwealth. And the impact that has, I know some people say, well, $32 million isn't that much. Well, if you look at Harvard and Brown. And
Mhm.
but for us, when our tuition is only about $6,500, that money goes a long way.
Mhm.
And for our students who get financial aid first, they may have a gap of $2,000 or $3,000. That scholarship support is the difference between a college education or a workforce certificate and not being able to go to college. So I think we are making a massive impact here in Berks County. And then the fact I always point to, over 90% of our graduates stay in Berks County after graduation. So in terms of the future of our region, I would say there's no other organization that's driving the future of Berks County like Reading Area Community College. Some highlights that we're really proud of, and for those of you who've toured the White's Healthcare Pavilion, what a remarkable transformation that is to our campus. So it's a $19 million project, and we have generated over $15 million toward the project already in just 2 years. And once again, my heartfelt thanks for the support of the county commissioners, a huge part of that success that we've had at the White's Healthcare Pavilion. The food pantry is another important, if you're hungry, you're not going to want to study. You're not going to want to go to class. Our food pantry has become an essential part of campus. And President Susan had a metric done that showed that those students who use the pantry have a much higher success ratio and a much higher retention ratio than those that don't. So we're having a big impact, and we have been designated a what's the exact food hunger free. We are a hunger free campus, which is something we're really, really proud of. 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, Marlon Miller, Gus Sogas, Jim Connors, you know these names, they got together, no fanfare, and they created the Reading High School to RAC Opportunity Scholarship. That scholarship has provided tuition-free support to Reading High students for close to 20 years. Hundreds of students have taken advantage. We currently have over 40 Reading High School to RAC. It's a full tuition-free scholarship. And now that support has become far-reaching beyond just what Marlon and Gus and Jim and Ray Niag have done. So that is a scholarship I need to point out. Another scholarship we're really proud of is the Presidential Scholarship. Every school district in the county of Berks, plus Berks Catholic and a member of Junior ROTC somewhere across the county, get a full tuition scholarship to RAC. And it's become highly competitive. I think we had like 300 applicants for those students for those few spots. But the beauty of it is I turn around and I get a scholarship opportunity for all of them that didn't get the presidential. So they all, if they want to come to RAC, will receive a scholarship of some sort. The Student Emergency Assistance Fund's another important fund that we're very proud of. If students in crisis and they've already earned 45 credits, and then their car breaks down or their computer breaks, we were losing students who had to drop out in the last semester. Through the Student Emergency Assistance Fund, we can save that student. We can give them up to $500 to get a computer or, pay the electric or it's a one-time crisis, and it's been incredibly helpful to our students so they can get to the finish line. We were honored by the AFP organization as the Foundation of the Year in 2022. And incredibly proud. That was just after our 50th anniversary, and that was an enormous success with over 800 people in the DoubleTree. We raised $2.1 million. But at that point, in 22, our endowment and our assets were about $24 million. In the 2 years since that, we've raised an additional $8 million. So our total assets now. So it's been a great couple of years as we look to the future. I love our vision statement, and I think we're meeting it. We're not 100%, but we're getting there. Through the generosity of our donors and the efforts of our supporters, every RAC student can achieve their educational goals. That's our plan. We're not quite there yet. We're every student, but we get closer every day. And with the help of the county commissioners and this remarkable Berks County community, I think there'll be a day in the future where we can achieve our goal that every single student who wants a RAC education can get one. So that's my quick report. And if you have any questions, I welcome them.
Well, a couple comments. I think it's so important for us to understand how much RAC raises in private contributions to this school. It's easy to get lost for somebody that isn't as familiar as maybe the commissioners are to say, okay, wow, they've got all this money. Is the county giving them all this money, money for the scholarships? You mentioned Jim Connors, Ray Neag, and Marlon Miller, and what they've done for the Reading school district. But this is a true community college. This college has been embraced by business people throughout the decades, but now more than ever. And that is a message that says, we love what RAC is doing for our community. You don't get those kinds of investments unless you're really doing something significant and transformative. And I believe that RAC is that kind of institution. And we are so blessed to have RAC here. You know, we're a sponsor, we're the sponsor. I wish we could do even more, but together we've been able to do a lot, but we could not have done any of this without the private sector investment and donations. And it's so obvious when you take time to visit RAC. The numbers on the sheet, the RAC Fast Facts sheet that I'm holding up are reflective of the community. I look at the numbers, and again, not taking anything away from any of our other colleges and universities, we're blessed to have 6 here in Berks County. That's huge for our size of our county. But all of them have dorm students, and for the most part, they're heavy on the dorm students, light on the town students. We are all town students. And you look at the ethnic makeup, 42% Hispanic. I believe countywide, the Latino population is about 24%. It's much higher, again, reflective of the city, 40% white, 10% black, 6% other, 2% Asian. You have 80% of the students are part-time students. That's not something that a traditional college is set up to do. Again, not being critical, but it's what makes a community college a community college. They're 20% full-time. But look at the age breakdown. 30% of the students are 25 and over. Being a commissioner, we've had opportunities to meet single parent students, and without the resources that are provided, many of those individuals would just not be able to pursue a certificate, college, whatever it may be. One of the things that struck me is the breakdown gender. 65% female, 35% male. Again, great stuff. You can transfer, you have RAC credits have transferred to over 1,200 colleges and universities. And the last thing I'm going to ask you to just touch on, I've heard Dr. Looney talk about this, the 100% NCLEX pass rate for the RNs. Just talk about that, because that is huge.
That's a stunning statistic that we should point out, and please tell everyone. So all RNs and BSNs take the same test. It's a state licensure test, and you could go to the University of Pennsylvania and spend $90,000 for a nursing degree, or come to RAC and spend $6,500, but you're going to take the same test. All the nursing, there's a reason we have over 700 on our wait list. It's because of our success rate. And for the third year in a row, every one of our students in the nursing program that took the state test passed. Not many of the liberal arts schools with the BSN are achieving that statistic. Now, President Susan's done a remarkable thing in terms of a tutoring center right next to all the nursing labs. So if a student starts struggling, they're immediately brought into this welcoming place, and they're worked through their things they're struggling with and brought back up to speed. So no student ever gets left behind at RAC. And I think that's a big part of the reason of that success. And then obviously they all stay here. They go to our hospitals and they take care of us in the future. It's something to brag about. So yeah, please share that wherever you go. And at this point, that 8,500 number is actually a little low, because we were up 10% plus in enrollment last year. And is it 9% so far this fall? So we're pushing 9,000 students.
Wow.
Which, is by far the largest school in Berks County.
Awesome. Any other thoughts, colleagues?
I just want to thank you and Dr. Looney for the work you do. When the two of you present or talk, you can tell the passion that you have for RAC and the students and for the work that you do there. So thank you for that. Just looking at the numbers here, RAC is, and I know it's maybe a handful of Hispanic serving institutions in the state. How many? What is that number? One of two? Oh, okay. I thought there was more. So RAC is one of two Hispanic serving institutions in the state, understanding that Reading is over 70% Hispanic. That's something that's extremely important. So thank you for that and for meeting the needs of the community. And also the other important thing to say about RAC is because it is a community college, it's a lot easier to move and meet the needs of the local businesses here in Berks County. You have the nursing. You also have the Schmidt Technology and Training Center, which reaches out to all of the, a lot of the manufacturers here in Berks County as well, and provides specific training for what they need also. So that's extremely important as well, that you're able to meet that need of the local community and manufacturers here in Berks County, understanding that the major industry here in Berks County is manufacturing. So thank you for the work you do. Looking forward to celebrate. Is it what there's the
We have two. So the foundation also puts on events. We do.
Yeah.
We're the event arm as well of the college, and there are two huge events coming. So 2 weeks from tomorrow is our 50th anniversary of nursing at Reading Area Community College. We're going to have a celebration on campus, and I think all three of you are able to join us, I hope. And it should be a really special, very emotional, very fun party on campus. So please join us. The other date, as always, the RAC Scholarship Dinner in November, November 13th, a Thursday at the DoubleTree. And once again, we plan on making that the biggest night of the year in terms of events, nonprofit events at Berks County. So we look forward to seeing you all there that night as well.
One last item. I know Ken Durstein is retiring. How long was he at RAC? Okay, so Ken doing a great job there at RAC. Want to thank him for his service and wish him best in his new stage in life and his retirement. So Ken isn't listening. Please let him know I'm wishing him the best, and I will be at his retirement.
His success is his work, especially on like the White's Healthcare Pavilion and our budget, which is always balanced, always perfect, is because of Ken Durstein. We're going to miss him.
Yeah.
We're going to miss him.
And he's had the opportunity to work with our budget Bob here. So sure, they work very well together, and he's retiring and Bob is retiring as well in January. So maybe they timed it together to both go on to new stages of their life. But thank you.
Durstein Patrizio CPAs. I can see it.
CPA and consultants, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to add, I too want to thank you, Dr. Looney and Mr. DeMarco, for your leadership at RAC and providing a great education for a really reasonable cost. We all understand the cost of higher education and how students come out of these universities with some crushing debt. And you provide a great opportunity for that not to happen. I'm really impressed with the scholarships that you provide. The Reading High School to RAC Opportunity Scholarship is incredible. Every Berks County's presidential scholarship program, where every Berks County school has an opportunity to send a student free of charge. I think that's awesome. And of course, the food pantry is outstanding. So I just want to thank you. I think our relationship with you is wonderful. We look forward to continuing it. And my only question to you, Tony, is what's on the agenda for the upcoming music events at the Miller Center? You got anything you want to?
Well, I always love our Miller Center events. So, and if you ever want me to come back and just talk about the Miller
Sure.
Center, I'd be happy to.
I would love that.
We're starting off with Nurse Nancy Norton. It's a lot of N's. She is a 5-generation nurse comedian. She's appearing as part of the 50th anniversary to kick off our season. And then, boy, do we have some great shows. The Squirrel Nut Zippers are coming back. We have 2 Celtic shows at Christmas time. We have got John Waite, I'll Be Missing You. Do you remember that? John Waite, #1 song in the land in the mid-'80s. He's coming in November. It's going to be a great season at the Miller Center. Come out and see us. And if you ever want to hear all about the Miller Center, invite me back. I'll certainly share. I can tell you our 2 student productions will be Once Upon a Mattress. Remember Carol Burnett took that? That'll be in the winter. And then they're going to do a dramatic comedic piece on the worst Hollywood screenplays and sitcoms ever. So that'll be our fall drama comedy.
So let's sign them up. Let's do the Miller Center presentation here in the future. You guys are a partner. Why not?
I think it's great.
That's a great idea,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, we thank you for your support, your sponsorship, your friendship, and we look forward to more great things as we look to the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the agenda, item 1, authorizing under that budget department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2025 budget transfers in the amount of $598,236 and 2025 appropriations in the amount of $137,033 per listing dated August 29th of 2025. There's one item listed under Human Resources, authorize the appointment of Samuel Heim to Manager of Financial Reporting and Accounting in the Controller's Office. There are a number of items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the Berksheim Business Office Manager to execute and submit the provider attestation for signature on file and RDR contact nursing facility assessment resident day reporting form to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services Office of Long-Term Living. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the Child Welfare Education for Leadership Agreement between the County of Berks, Aranis Rosario, and employee of Berks County Children and Youth Services and the University of Pittsburgh of the Commonwealth System of Higher Education to participate in a graduate level social work program as outlined in Title 4B, Part 1 of the Commonwealth Child and Family Service Plan. Item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute and submit the secondary manufacturers combined subdivision participation and release form, which authorizes Berks County's participation in the secondary manufacturers opioid settlements reached with opioids manufacturer Alvogen, Amneal, Apotex, Hikma, Endiver, Mylan, Sun, and Zydus. D, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the 2025 certification of use of funds form for the National Opioid Settlement Funds. Item E, adopt a resolution authorizing Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute the cybersecurity platform agreement between the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting through the Governor's Office of Administration and Berks County. Item F, adopt a resolution authorizing Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute the cloud-based vulnerability management platform agreement between the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting through the Governor's Office of Administration and Berks County. Item G, adopt a resolution authorizing Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute the cybersecurity training and phishing simulation tool agreement between the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting through the Governor's Office of Administration and Berks County. Item H, adopt a resolution authorizing the following 2026 dates for town hall meetings of the Board of Commissioners: January 13th, Boone Area Library; February 11th, Bethel Tulpehocken Public Library; March 10th, Robesonia Community Library; April 8th, Exeter Community Library; May 12th, Boyertown Community Library; September 16th, Mifflin Community Library; October 14th, Wyomissing Public Library; and November 11th, Reading Public Library Northeast Branch. There are no town halls scheduled for June, July, August, or December. And I also want to note a continued thanks to our Berks County Library System, Stephanie Williams, along with Christy Brown, put this together each year. We appreciate their efforts, and we also appreciate the efforts of each of the local libraries to promote these town halls in their community. I will note these are not staged events. The three commissioners show up, give opening comments, and do Q&A. We don't have other staff there. It is a sole purpose of giving our community an opportunity to hear what's going on and to ask questions that are pertinent to county government. Item I, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the signatory authorization form for the Workforce Development Board, designating Amber Colombo, Director of Workforce Development Board, as the fiscal agent to sign monthly financial status reports for various WDB grants. Item J, adopt a resolution authorizing Rex Levengood, Director of Facilities and Operations, to execute the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation's applicant's authorization for agent to apply for highway occupancy permit for permit application, particular number, for the construction of temporary access driveways along County Welfare Road in Berne Township. Item K, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of the county assurance of financial commitment and participation for Children and Youth Services needs-based budget for fiscal year 2026-2027. And item L, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of the plan and budget amendment certification statement for the Berks County Children and Youth Social Services Program for fiscal year 2024-2025. Item 2, a motion to authorize execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated August the 29th of 2025. There are 6 contracts, 1 with the Department of Emergency Services, 2 with Human Resources, 1 with Information Systems, 1 with Facilities and Operations, 1 with Planning. I've notified the chief clerk I have a conflict with contract number 4 on the list. I believe you were also notified by others.
Yes, I also notified notified her that I have a conflict with item number 4. And I guess I will have to vote if you're including yourself as well. So
Yeah,
you know,
when there's a majority and we run into this now and then.
I did notify in writing.
Yep.
I did notify in writing that I do have a conflict on the same agenda item.
And I notified in writing when it was pointed out to me by our chief clerk, which I appreciate. So thank you. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of payments and electronic transfers for the week ending September 5th of 2025. Item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated September 9th of 2025.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. We'll move now to treasurers and controllers reports. We'll begin with our Berks County Treasurer, Mitch Darcourt.
Thank you, Commissioner. Today, we have an opening balance of $269,424,316.23. We have a balance to clear of $4,051,148.09, leaving us with a balance of $265,373,168.14. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Now we'll move to our Berks County Controller, Joe Rutterow, with the Controller's Report. Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the week ending 9/5/2025, we have an accounts payable and total cash disbursement of $2,486,151.32. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving now to our Chief Operations Officer, Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you, Commissioner Lineback. I wanted to inform everyone as well as the public that over the last few weeks, we've been working successfully to have Lackawanna County join us on our effort to reopen the Juvenile Detention Center, along with our other partners, Dauphin County, Lehigh County. We just feel as though bringing all 4 third-class counties together with the significant juvenile violence we have on the streets of the 4 counties will make us much stronger. We'll absorb the additional cost among 4 counties as opposed to just 3. And we hope to have a tour with Lackawanna County coming down in the next week or 2. And so they can join forces with us to really reopen this facility the way it should be, upgraded technology and so forth to really handle keeping the streets safe as well as these juveniles safe off the street. So,
And reinforced earlier this week is the inability of Abraxas to appropriately manage the same population. They ended up with yet another riot.
correct.
Unfortunate, but we cannot rely on that facility. Need to move forward.
Certainly something we all struggle with. We don't want to do this, but it's something we almost have to do just to keep the streets safe as well as these juveniles, put them in a positive direction. If it's certainly our goal is to put them in a positive direction once
Sure.
they spend a short period of time at detention until they're placed in other facilities. So thank you.
Okay. Very good. We'll move now to commissioners' comments and we'll begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Lineback. I have a few items. This past Friday, I attended the Hamburg High School Military and First Responder Appreciation Night. Commissioner Lineback was there as well. Great opportunity there to thank our military and first responders. There were different police departments there, representatives from our Veterans Affairs Office, other military people there as well, different police departments, ambulances, and so forth. But a great opportunity to say thank you. They put on a great event there. So thank you to the Hamburg School District for putting that night together and to all of those who attended. I don't know if Commissioner Lineback has some pictures or a video, but you don't? I'm going to say we missed it because to open the event, they had a plane flying. They had 3 parachuters drop. One had the ball to start the game, and one had a huge American flag flying with him. And they all 3 landed in the field, and it was part of a great show. So again, thank you to the Hamburg School District and to all those who participated there. You do have it?
Yep, I do.
Okay, he does have it.
Do you want me to show it?
Yeah, let's show it now a moment. Unless you were going to talk about it.
Nope.
The Horn of Africa. For his services in support of our nation, the United States Army has been awarded Sergeant Major McCullough 3 Bronze Stars and the Combat Action Badge.
Things are looking up.
Sergeant Major McCullough is joined this evening in the skies over Hamburg by teammates Jeff Etheridge and George Grove, along with pilot Jeremy Nestle. The team spotted this evening on the ground here at Hamburg High School is Allie Kuchel. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause and welcome the team from Baytown Sport Parachute Club, the Hawk Hill.
It's a great opening ceremony for that event. Also, yesterday, all three of us had the opportunity to attend the centenarian luncheon at the Doubletree together with other colleagues here from the county as well. We're celebrating the people in Berks County that are over either 100 or over 100 years old. I believe there were 20 or 22 listed there. They put out the biographies of them. There were people that lived through and fought in World War II. There was one guy that beat death 3 times. So a lot of very interesting stories from the centenarians there. We all spoke there, but my encouragement was for them to share their story. They have stories over 100 years of life. They have stories which need to be passed on to their families and friends so we don't forget what they went through. So thank you to the Area Agency on Aging and Jessica Jones and her team for putting that event together, and congratulations to all the centenarians in Berks County. Also, this coming Wednesday, which is September the 10th, is Library Days at Berks Nature from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, visit the library's Facebook page or the Berks Nature website. Again, Library Days at Berks Nature. Also, this is National Library Card Sign-Up Month and Show Your Library Card and Save Month as well. So it is September, and we are partnering with local businesses to expand the saving power of your library card. So they're up here on the screen. You can see different participating businesses where you show your library card and you get a discount. So make sure you go. There's anything from ice cream there to food, different services, clean eats. So make sure you get your library card. If you don't have it, visit those businesses and get your discount during the month of September. For county employees, you will be able to get your county, actually anyone can visit the Services Center cafeteria on Tuesday, September 9th between 11 and 1 and sign up for your library card there if you don't have one. So a great opportunity to get a library card and benefit and from this discounts, and a huge thank you to all the participating businesses that are making this possible. One last item I have here, apart from saying that we do have a election board meeting today at 11. I received an email, and I believe all of the commissioners did, from Safe Berks here. And I just wanted to read it. I did ask their permission to be able to do so. And it says, "Hello, Commissioner Rivera. I'm reaching out to you as a valuable partner in supporting domestic and sexual violence victims and survivors in our community to make you aware of the impact the state budget impasse is having on Safe Berks." And I'm doing this because the last meeting we spoke about the impact it's having on the county, but the legislator and the governor's office need to understand they're not just impacting counties, but they're also impacting businesses and agencies that provide services to those most in need. It continues to say, Safe Berks receives a significant amount of funding each month that is now in limbo due to the impasse. Since July 1st, we have instituted hiring freezes. We're holding employee expense reimbursements, negotiating with vendors for payment leniency, and taking on debt to conserve funds as long as possible and continue providing the critical life-saving services Berks County depends on for victims and survivors of domestic and sexual violence. But with no end in sight to the budget impasse, we made the difficult decision to reduce the workforce even further. 6 of our staff were notified that they will be on temporary layoff starting September 5th, tomorrow. While this should not have a significant impact on crisis service delivery at this time, we will have less advocates available to work with victims and survivors both on-site and in the community, which is a huge loss, and I wanted you to be aware. Should the budget impasse continue over the next couple of weeks, additional layoffs may be necessary, which could impact crisis service delivery, so I will keep you updated. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And this was sent by Beth Garrigan, the Chief Executive Officer at Safe Berks. So it's affecting county services, nonprofit services and organizations. Apart from that, the employees there and the vendors that provide services for them as well. So it's not just 1 or 2 that are being impacted. There's a domino effect of people being impacted by the state's budget impasse. So again, I would like to encourage our legislature and governor to get a budget passed very soon. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera. We'll move now to Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple extra things. Commissioner Rivera did a great job reporting on a lot of the events. Last Saturday, Commissioner Lineback and I had the opportunity to attend in the borough of Birdsboro, the Veterans Memorial dedication ceremony. You probably have some pictures of that as well. It was great. The dedication was something to see. If you get a chance to go into the borough and see that great memorial, it's definitely worth it. Commissioner Lineback and I were there. Representative Gillen, members from the Patriotic Order Sons of America, VFW from Birdsboro, the American Legion, and Pennsylvania Senator Katie Muth and other local officials were there as well. So it was a wonderful event, and I really enjoyed being there on a perfect Saturday afternoon. I too, just to add something very briefly about the centenarian luncheon, I want to thank Jessica Jones, our director at the AAA here in Berks County, and just to add that 5 veterans were honored as well. Jay Ostrich from our VA office was there to recognize the 5 veterans who were at least 100 years old or older. So congratulations to them. The only other talked about the library card. We did approve the town halls for 2026. But just as a little note, we have our first one of the fall coming up. Well, it's actually officially still summer, but our next town hall will be September the 16th from 6:30 to 8, and it's going to be at the Village Library in Morgantown. So we encourage all community members down there to come and visit our town hall. And the last thing is tonight is the beginning of the NFL season. The first game of the year is always at the home of the defending Super Bowl champion. And as everybody knows, and if you don't, you should, that home belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. So good luck to the Birds tonight against the hated Cowboys, and go Birds. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Hopefully no Cowboys fans in here.
Go Birds. I'm right with you. So a couple of items that I want to share. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. On Saturday, it was noted that both Commissioner Santoni and I were able to attend a very special Veterans Memorial dedication in Birdsboro. I want to start by thanking Pat Mascaro and the Mascaro team. They largely funded this memorial, and Dante and I both commented, this is a large memorial for a large community. It just really stands out. I don't know, 150, 200 people there?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great turnout from the community. Just really appreciate it. The picture I'm showing you, Steve Lusky and Tony Tucci. Some people know Tony Tucci from EMS and Western Berks. Tony Tucci is on council with Borough Council in Birdsboro. Steve Lusky was the MC. Tony is presenting an award to a World War II veteran, 100 years old. Steve is presenting to Dorothy Trait. Dorothy Trait was at our centenarian luncheon yesterday. And before the event, I went over and talked to both of them. And the first thing Dorothy said to me was, "I'm going to see you later this week." And I had to think for a minute, and then the centenarian luncheon. So really pretty cool. Just real quick, I'm partial to the Air Force flag, but they took time to raise each of the service flags. And then there's a monument, and these are black granite monuments that were really pretty incredible. This is a little bit better view of the whole. It's like a huge plaza. And these are the monuments, and they have information both sides. One side is a full color logo. And how many people recognize this guy? Look closely.
Christian Linebacker.
Well, not him. Who am I with? This is Jim, the security guard from downstairs that retired. He's a veteran. He came up to me and he told me he misses his job as a security guard. He misses talking to people. He would come in the afternoon, and he still, when Clark Cantner has to get his hair cut, he goes helps with transportation. Just really neat to see him. Some more of the images. This individual here, his last name is Childress. Pat Mascaro's family was very close to the Childress family, and the Childress family were at this event. He was killed in Vietnam, and U.S. Army. And so they incorporated his image on the back of the U.S. Army piece. Let me skip here real quick. I wanted to go up to a picture from last evening. This is significant more for me. This is Art Hershey and Joyce Hershey. I met Art Hershey in 1981 when Art and I, along with Tim Hennessy, some of you recognize that name, ran for the endorsement to run for the State House in Chester County. I was wet behind the ears, right out of college. In some respects, had no business running for office with no experience. At the endorsement convention, Art was endorsed on the first ballot. I immediately withdrew and endorsed Art. And my wife and I ran Art's campaign in 1982 and 1984. And Art and Joyce have been dear friends for many, many years. He retired in 2006. So we were at an event at the home of Stephanie and Jim Shirk. Stephanie Shirk used to be the regional rep for Penn State Extension. She now works for the USDA. And those are all I thought I had pictures. They're still going in from the centenarian luncheon. The centenarian luncheon was pretty amazing. We had Joey Vincent. What a character.
Joey Bishop.
Joey Bishop, you had to be there to understand the joke. But I think, I know, Christine, you were there, our COO team. Cody was there.
Mitch, right?
Who was that?
Mitch.
Oh, yeah, Mitch was there. This guy, he's a great trumpet player, very, very funny. And I really believe our centenarians enjoyed them. The one neat experience, there was a centenarian there by the name of Ernie. He's 100 years old. And he's sitting at a table with 5 ladies. And obviously they weren't 100 years old. And so I asked him, who are these ladies? They're his daughters, 5 daughters, and the youngest were twins. And he and I talked right there and said, you know what? I think you're probably better off with 5 daughters at 100 years old than you would be with 5 sons. Just kind of knowing how guys are and say, Dad, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be good. And he said his daughters are amazing. The fact that they were all there to support him at that luncheon was, I thought was really decent and said a lot about the community. Last item I want to note, Reading Aviation Expo is coming up just about a month from now, October 10th and 11th. There'll be a career fair on Friday, the 10th. The title sponsor is NetJets. That evening, there's going to be a hangar party, more of a younger audience. Help me out here. Brass Pocket Band is the name of the band. They apparently have a pretty big following. And WEEU is going to be the title sponsor for the hangar party on Friday evening. That's also at the airport, and it's in the hangar of Reading Aviation. And then on Saturday, an Aeros and Autos show. All types of different types of classic cars, muscle cars, and a variety of planes. There will also be helicopter rides. There are costs for some of the events. Go to readingaviationexpo.org for more information, but we're very excited about that. That's all that I have. Any comments from our row officers?
I don't have anything at this time.
No further comments, Commissioner. Thank you.
Any public comment? Nothing online. Nothing in person.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
The meeting is adjourned.